Alright, what is up everybody? Joe Dobby here. We are just getting right into it. I'm playing my Gred deck, my green-red deck, with H. Kabuterimon and Breakdramon as the main Digimon, so you know I'm trying to do a lot of piercing damage. That said, my opponent's actually going first, so he's going to take it away. Yeah, I thought I'd make this because English set 1 is very interesting, and I figured I'd make some spicy things that could shake up the meta. Maybe not, I don't know. I do this for fun. I have a lot of fun doing this, so let me know if there's any updates or anything you would want to change in this deck. So firstly, my opponent drops the Upamon and the Bearmon. And the Goblimon to put me at 2 memory, and it seems that I am up here. So it's not ideal for me actually to have all of these green cards early into the game, and the reason why is because I'm running 3-2 in terms of Digitama, 3 baby demons and 2 free mons. But managed to get down the Agumon just for the 1 memory back to my opponent. So plays Vulcan's Hammer or Hammer Spark to get himself back up to 2. And then drops his second Goblimon, third rookie of the lineup, and does a security check. So it looks like if you're running into security at me like that, you might be a rookie rush. So Biyomon is what was in my security. Makes you think I'm running a rookie rush. Just kidding. So H. Kabuterimon takes the Bearmon out. Nice. So that's what I need if I'm facing a rookie rush. Just my opponent not having a board at all. Okay. And I'm up to 3. Drops the Kudamon for when attacking. If you have 4 or less cards in your hand, you can draw 1. So not bad. And I drew into a Breakdramon. Not ideal hand. This is not the ideal hand right now. Pretty much struggling, but I think I'll be able to drop 2 more Digimon, and if I am actually facing a rookie rush, then it's going to be a numbers game of who's on the board and whether I get my blockers or not. So the blockers are actually from green, and the audio, the commentary, this is a post-record commentary, so hindsight, I think I would have wanted to put some blockers into my red side of the deck as well, but plays Vulcan's Hammer for the extra 1 memory. And Kudamon does a security check. Yep, when attacking, the draw triggers, and it is a tie. Nice. So anytime I can get a Tamer or Flower Cannon from my security out through a security check, that is perfect. My Digimon get plus 1000 DP, and that could go a really long way against a rookie rush deck. It's looking more and more like a rookie rush deck. He has 3 different rookies, 3 different colors that I've seen, so it looks like a blue base with the Upamon. Very interesting for English set 1, so yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm just showing him what came out of security. I believe my opponent didn't get to take a look there. And he's gonna run another security check. I am running out of security really fast, and if I don't get a blocker, I am pretty much done for here. Because, well, I mean, I could just deprive my opponent of memory. Let's see what I do. Oh, here we go. Brings down the Puppetmon, so that's going to be a very difficult Digimon to take out, especially if it comes out this early, and especially with my very difficult hand that I'm trying to manage. So rest one of your opponent's Digimon during your opponent's next active phase. All your opponent's Digimon cannot be made active if they were originally at rest. So really difficult here. Drew into another Breakdramon. I am so unlucky this game, it's insane. I think I'm going to end up, yes, I am going to end up taking out the Kudamon. The less Digimon on my opponent's side of the field, the better. And I'm going to do a security check. And it's a Kudamon. So tie gives me an extra 1k DP, so I actually survived that security check. And I am dropping... Whoa. Whoa. Oh, I'm dropping the Mimi. I think in this scenario I shouldn't have dropped the Mimi, but instead dropped the Breakdramon. That would have probably changed the game for me. Pretty big misplay because I gave my opponent a ton of memory, which means they're getting a ton of rookies out as well. So Breakdramon is a 12 cost to play, 11 DP Digimon that has piercing. Upamon into the vanilla Gomamon. Yes, running a lot of vanillas. This is definitely a rookie rush, and it looks like it's rushing its way to victory against me right now. So Tapermon drops when destroyed, draw 1. Nice. Really interesting amount of rookies here. I've already seen, I think, 4 colors. We've got green, blue, purple, and yellow. And the Armadillomon comes down here. That's a pretty strong rookie. Low cost to play. You can, with 4, and it's got 4k DP. Not bad. So my opponent can really attack my security here with the Puppetmon. I'm hoping it's a Flower Cannon, but I don't think so, really. I'm only running 3. Yeah, it's Vegemon. So, actually survives in a 5 memory. My opponent passes here and I draw into a Lilymon, which is really it's just really unlucky. Yeah, so I don't have any blockers. My opponent can really win here unless I take out his Digimon. I only have 1 Flower Cannon, which is very unfortunate. I think if I had 2 wouldn't have worked either because I only have 3 memory. Yeah, and I get the Agumon to attack the Tapermon there, trading. And I think at this point I just do 2 security checks because I really don't have any options. So I'm going to end up doing 2 security checks. Yep, and it's an Elecmon. I should survive that. Oh, no, I don't, yeah. Even with the 3k, I think Elecmon is 3k as well, so that's probably why. And then 1 more security check, because I know I don't have any answers now. This game is pretty much won in favor of the rookie rush. But, variance plays a pretty big role in this game, and I have struggled to draw into a rookie, and my first opening hand was all green, which is actually the less number of cards in my deck are green versus red. I've got way more red than green. So with that, my opponent's just finishing up the turn, but he can really attack here with Gorillamon and end it. Yep, and that is GG. Alright, so that was really rough. My hand was really difficult. The struggle was real. But game 2 is on its way. Alright, so here is game 2 of my Gred deck, green-red deck featuring Breakdramon and H-Kabuterimon. Luckily, I get into a rookie. And get into Deep Tyrannomon as soon as I can here, putting my memory gauge over to 1 on my opponent's side. So my opponent's still playing the Rookie Rush naturally because it's a best of 3. We've got Upamon down, Digivolving into Elecmon, which is a 3k DP 2 cost to play rookie. Very good for a Rookie Rush deck, especially with a blue base. Or even without a blue base because it's only 2 cost to play, so at 3k you can't complain with that much DP. My opponent puts me at 1 by playing Mushroomon, which is an even better rookie in my opinion, with 2 costs to play at 4k DP with the increase by 1k versus the Elecmon. And I draw into some blockers, which is going to be really great in this game against a Rookie Rush. So I'm just gonna hard play my Woodmon, it looks like. Yep, putting my opponent to 4, and I don't mind that right now, because now that I have an idea of the play style, the win condition, the objective behind a Rookie Rush from my last loss, I kind of know how to handle it or deal with it for now. So my opponent drops the Gabumon. A lot of draw power coming from the Tapermon and Gabumon. Gabumon is a 1k DP Digimon that, when played, actually allows you to just draw a card. So I'm going to block with the Woodmon here to destroy my Mushroomon, the Mushroomon on my opponent's side. Elecmon is going to do a security check, and Mimi comes down, which is super, super clutch. I will always take a Tamer coming out of security, especially if it's one as good as Mimi. Armadillomon gets hard played again once more, and it is my turn. So I drew into a Freemon, which I can use to Digivolve into Agumon. My Woodmon actually has to be readied, so I just readied that really quickly. And I think I'm just doing a think here. My memory is supposed to be 3 because of Mimi, so I just did an adjustment for that, which will actually allow me to potentially, Digivolve into Cherrymon for the 1 and draw. And I get a Woodmon as well. I believe I Digivolve here. Yes, I Digivolve from the Agumon because I need my blockers in this game, and I end up putting my opponent to 1, drawing into a Vegemon, which is fine. I can at least hard play the Vegemon if anything, and hopefully get some momentum and attack some security checks. Might not even need the Breakdramon or each Kabuterimon this game, so we'll see. The blockers are going to come in pretty clutch. My opponent plays Gomamon. There we go, from the raising area. Armadillomon does a security check, which Cherrymon will block at 7k DP. This is almost something that your opponent, like a Rookie Rush deck, is going to have to live with. If you get your blockers, Rookie Rush is in big, big trouble. So it does another security check with the Gabumon, and it's another Greymon, and Gabumon is done for. So just like that, my opponent's board is emptied, and he's giving me a ton of memory for Puppetmon, which was absolutely awesome, for me at least. Rests both of my Digimon, so I cannot make them active, so I guess he's sparing himself 2 security checks, which is okay with me, because what I really want to do is build up a board. Because it's almost a race to the board if you're facing a Rookie Rush deck. It's like, who is going to end up having more Digimon out versus the other, who's going to have the blockers out versus the other, and, you know, how often, how quickly do you attack security against a Rookie Rush deck. So I end up hard playing the Tentamon here, being able to Digivolve into Vegemon, and I'm going to draw, and I get Breakdramon, and I use the Mimi as an effect because Cherrymon is out in order to hatch a Digi-Egg. So hopefully I get into a Baby Demon, which allows me to play Biomon, and I get to draw again. So when this deck, you know, synergizes like this, that's what I love, right? Gets into the Breakdramon, beauty. Gonna draw again for Tai and Digivolve directly into Breakdramon. So you guys are gonna get to see Breakdramon put in some work in this game, and it's my opponent's turn with 2 memory. Hammer Spark, or Vulcan's Hammer, comes down for the extra memory. My opponent's in pretty big trouble here because I still have the 1 blocker. If he attacks with the Gomamon, he'll be stuck with the Puppetmon. But I think that's what he would like to do, I guess. But that's just setting me up for my Breakdramon's piercing ability, and it's going to be pretty tough. Let's see what my opponent has in store. Probably going to drop another rookie here. Yes, we've got the Goblimon. And Gomamon's going to get blocked by Woodmon naturally. Breakdramon does a security check, getting Monodramon out. Okay, Kudamon. So that puts me at my turn. I'm gonna get to draw here. Beamon comes down. I can do a direct attack really, but Breakdramon is going to destroy Puppetmon, allowing me to pierce and do a security check. And I'm not afraid really. I'm not too worried about security checking my opponent against a Rookie Rush because it's probably going to be more rookies or, you know, based on what he's got, the most devastating thing's probably Trump Sword or Terra Force, but I haven't seen any red Digimon here. Alright, so I Flower Cannon rest the Goblimon so my Vegemon can destroy it. Once again, I want to make sure that my opponent does not have a board or does not generate a board as a Rookie Rush. Yep, there we go. Beamon gonna do another security check. Once again, I'm a little ballsy here. And that actually ends my turn. The Vulcan's Hammer on security grants my opponent +2 memory. But I am in a really, really good spot. My opponent has nothing except a Kudamon on the board. And once I'm readied, they're in for a world of hurt. Plays Vulcan's Hammer to get that extra memory once more. I can see why you would run like maybe 4 Vulcan's Hammer, and the reason why is so you can keep playing rookies as much as you can, right? That 1 memory goes a long way, especially when most rookies are, 2 to 3 memory costs. And it's a Tentomon, so Kudamon's gonna get taken out. And puts me at 2 with another Goblimon, so he loves green rookies. So all my Digimon are going to get readied here, and it looks like I'm going to be able to end the game. I'm going to be able to hatch, Digivolve into Beomon. Yup, get the Greymon. Do I do that? No, I don't. I think at this point, I know that I can just, Flower Cannon to take care of the board once more. Yup. Putting myself to 0 memory. Breakdramon's gonna destroy the Mushroomon, leading to piercing. Yep. And then at that point, I can just go all out here, attacking with the Vegemon for the final security, and D-Tyrannomon lands the lethal blow. That is now 1-1. Rookie Rush versus green-red deck. Can't wait for game 3. Alright, game 3. Let's get it. Green-red deck versus a Rookie Rush right now. And I have some blockers ready to go, which is great now that I've learned how a Rookie Rush plays essentially over the course of the last 2 games. Its main weakness, in my opinion, or based on what I'm experiencing currently, is the presence of blockers. So my opponent drops Gomamon, runs Hammer Spark or Vulcan's Hammer, to get that 1 extra memory, and probably gonna play a Digimon with only 2 costs, or 3 costs for that matter, a Tapermon. So yeah, I'm noticing that when you play Rookie Rush, you tend to run out of cards from your hand fairly quickly, which is why you need a lot of draw power. So he's got Gabumon and Tapermon there for that draw power. And I'm just gonna hard play the Agumon, because I don't have a red rookie, as Baby Demon was the one that was hatched from the racing area. Alright, so I'm just giving you guys a look-see on what the cards are there. Gorillamon is going to Digivolve from the Gomamon. And Tapermon's going to do a security check to get that draw power, but it is only an Agumon, and he actually has to stay on the board. That could actually go a long way against a Rookie Rush, ladies and gentlemen. And a Beomon, cool. My security is treating me like as if I'm playing a Rookie Rush. And my opponent plays a Mushroomon, and it's back to me. I'm going to Digivolve into the Woodmon from the Agumon, gonna get to draw there. And Digivolve into Beomon, gonna get to draw there. Get Lilymon out. I think I end up Digivolving into D-Tyrannomon. Oh, instead I hardcast the Woodmon, which makes sense at this point because my opponent doesn't have any Digimon ready in the raising area, and both these Woodmon will be able to take out the rookies, leaving only the Gorillamon on the board, and that's what I want to see against the Rookie Rush. The less Digimon out, the better. Armadillomon comes down, perfect 2 cost, 4k DP Digimon and Gomamon as well, putting me, I believe, only at 1 memory? Actually, no, putting him at 1 memory still has enough here. Gonna block, and that allows my opponent to draw. Okay, so I'm gonna block the Mushroommon's attack and not block the Gorillamon naturally, and Breakdramon manages to come out of security, destroying the Gorillamon, and it is now 2 Digimon to 2, and they're both lower DP than my Woodmon, so I'm in a really, really good spot here, regardless of the fact that my opponent has actually managed to take out 3 of my security already. Mushroomon is hard played, and I get to put my Beomon out. So I definitely go the Digivolution route here with D-Tyrannomon, putting my memory down to 0, and at this point I am most likely to Digivolve into Cherrymon. That's what I would do if I was in my situation. Yes, so I do that, putting myself up even further, widening that gap just in case any Gorillamon come down. So Bearmon comes down, aka Kumamon, if you guys are thinking about the Japanese version. Yeah, I've always called Bearmon Kumamon. I think Kuma means bear in Japanese, so yeah, gonna block the Mushroomon there with the Cherrymon. Gonna block the Armadillomon with the Woodmon, and it looks like my opponent's gonna still be able to. Yup, lucky. That's a trade. Take my security out. My opponent's going to take my last security down, and it is a Beomon, and they're going to end up... Oh, it's a Garudamon. My apologies. It's a Garudamon that actually ends up coming out of security, and my opponent's left with nothing but a Gomamon, and this is now my time to go on the offensive. I'm going to hatch, and I get Baby Demon, which allows me to Digivolve into Monodramon, and I get the Greymon. I'm definitely not considering Digivolving, because, well, I mean, in this situation, I'm actually pretty good to go. I could if I wanted to, but Hammer Spark actually ends my turn, and we make a bit of a miscalculation there. My opponent should actually just be at 1 memory because, you know, I gave him 2. The security check gives him 2, so I'm gonna put that down to 1 in a second here. Yep, there we go. Integers are hard. Alright, so we got the Elecmon in the hatching area, and obviously I'm going to block that Gorillamon attack. Not going to take my Cherrymon out today, and as long as my opponent keeps hopefully trying to attack here to rest my Digimon with no other Digimon to counter, I'm in a really good spot. I think what my opponent should do is slowly build up that board here, but it's going to be a little bit difficult now that I have the board. I have total control over the board right now, and my board is just going to get wider and wider as my opponent tries to kind of catch up to board state. So I'm going to do a security check, and it looks like Gabumon is going to come out. Naturally, I'm going to survive that. I'm probably going to leave it at that, maybe Digivolve something. Drop the Greymon down, now have 4k DP, and gonna get to draw into a Beamon. Pass turn, my opponent has 1 memory to deal with, so I understand the board state is pretty lacking now in this rookie rush because of my blockers, and I think the remaining, what's left here is I'm just figuring out ways to deprive my opponent of memory. So I'm gonna get to draw as I build my board, and nice, baby Demon with a double Beamon. Gonna play Beamon to Digivolve, and now's the time to rest Digimon, if anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and rest the Mushroomon, keep punishing the board. And I misplay here. I should have attacked with the D-Tyrannomon. Instead, I attacked with the Greymon, and I don't have any bonuses as far as damage. So Greymon's actually gonna get taken out. Struggle. D-Tyrannomon's gonna get to, take security. Boom, it's a Bearmon. It's very hard to fix the habit of calling Kumamon Bearmon. But anyway, we've got Greymon here, and I get to draw for that. My opponent's at 2 memory. So my opponent here could potentially stall and not attack, leave the Digimon out. We'll see what they do. Because it's a numbers game here. If they've got more Digimon than I've got blockers, then the game is pretty much over and my opponent would win. But let's see. Oh, drops the Kudamon. Let's go. And I am definitely outnumbered in terms of my ability to defend against a single attack, like a single direct attack. Oh, definitely, yeah. Oh, okay. Goblimon drops. I'm used to calling Goblimon Goburimon because of, the Japanese games, Digimon World 2, etc. Okay, I do a security check with my Greymon and survive that. I'm going to do a security check here with D-Tyrannomon and survive that. And my final security check is actually going to end the game with Cherrymon taking it. And that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing this game, this deck overall. Obviously, it's not going to be the strongest deck out there, but when I do get Breakdramon, Garudamon, and H-Kabuterimon out on the board, it's a matter of just keeping my opponent's board state down through the use of Flower Cannon and my blockers. But that said, thank you guys for watching. The game was pretty fun overall. Took it here 2-1, and let me know what you think in the comment section below, whether you think this deck is interesting for an English set 1 locals kind of like turnout. Maybe I should switch up some ratios. What do you guys think? Should I add more blockers? Let me know in the comment section below, and thank you so much for watching, and peace.